Hello again folks and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off we had cleared out a temple. I had been very wishy-washy about going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to scare the guy away or scare the guy away but get his money. I did a lot of selling of stuff I knew I wasn't going to need, more or less. A lot of the books and whatnot, and I was mostly just talking around to the different people and whatnot. And I think you had a quest. Good to see you again. What can I do for you? You mentioned something about your stock being low. We just don't have the supplies. Everything you been expecting the next delivery for near on a week now, and haven't been seen a sign of it. I have to suspect they were hit by bandits. The road out east is crawling with them, or my workers ran off with the wagon themselves, maybe to make some coin. As if that lot would dare. He's right about the bandits. The dire situations in villages like this and the exodus to the cities have crafted far too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts. If you happen to be headed that way, maybe you could keep an eye out for a supply wagon, or my shipment at least. They'll be cutting through the Black Meadow, I expect. Only good road for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace, Lord Raedric. And that's as it should be, but it doesn't leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron. I'll see them back safe and sound. I'll appreciate your trying anyhow. You bring back the supplies at least, and I'll have much more to offer you. A discount to start. And if you do find my workers, you give them a good smack upside the head for me. Black Meadow. Have we been to Black Meadow? That was east-ish, right? But at the least, before we go off into the Black Meadow, I should probably actually, hit up the inn. That or I could just camp in the middle of town, which I feel like would be a silly idea. I do much appreciate them having put in this speed up mode. Not saying that the pacing could be worse, but it could definitely be worse.
Hail, traveler.
Room please. We'll go ahead with East 1. Yes. Black Meadow. I'm trying to think of whether or not we've been to Black Meadow, or if it's just quite literally a new location that we can go through now. Valewood, Direford. Was it through Magrin's? Hold up. Quests. Traveling along the eastern wards towards the Guild of Vale. Okay. In which case I think we have to maybe exit through the east? Which would make sense. What am I missing? Well, days ago, suggest I might find some chase within the Black Meadow, which will allow you southeast. So do I have to go to Magrin's Fork first? Because that'd be along here. Unless it's one of those things I can't do until I finish, like, main story quest stuff around here. As it is, I pretty much have been just kind of milling around a little bit. Yep, east of Black Meadow, okay. Wait, southeast of Black Meadow. Yeah, there it is. At the least, though, opening up the world a little bit more like this is going to be fan-freaking-tastic when having to, you know, get back to one place or another. I've arrived in Black Meadow. Tuatanu had much to say on the dangers of this place, which teems with animals and outlaws alike. Searching along the roads may provide some sign of a wagon's fate or even the shipment itself. So that's likely just a way of saying, hey, stick to the road and you might complete the quest. And hear me out. Oh. Look at the bones. Not a bad haul today. Watch the road, Willem. I mentioned to try out a new blade.
I'll see what I can find.
Bandit camp. What? Who's this? Blazes, Willem, you useless bastard. Get him. Well, I just get to the pile. Well, that's just rude.
Yes?
You?
Hey there.
Hiya. Did that hurt? I think that hurt. Gonna hope that hurt. Oh. Back the other guy.
Yes?
Yeah. All of you. How you doing over there, Talos? There we go. That one's down. Now, stop your dying. I suppose I should deal with this guy too. Only saw the two, so it was a little bit of a surprise. Yay, slow weapons. I think they were getting a bonus because I was, you know, getting flanked. Ooh, you have quite a bit of defenses. Barely injured. Hi. That was paralyzed. Yeah, that's a good one. Wait, is that paralyzed gonna hit us all?
Somehow it's done.
So yes. But hey, at least this is helping. Not the optimal way of doing that, but hey, you know, we lived. Dire wooden clothing. Veggies, money, armor. What is this? Golden. Oh, upper. Shipment crate. Tattered note. I need you to deliver our haul for Kern to sell. We need not speak to you unless you know the words. Yenibian Ilfion. He's only found in the gift after dark. Alright then. Roll a Tanglefoot. That wasn't too shabby of a thing of a bomb. I think we can explore around here a little bit more too. See if there's anything. Oh, this place is actually all that large. Probably behoove me still to be sneaking around the place, but eh. I don't think a witch. Witched? I was a vessel. I was an undead of some sort. Well, that was easy. Well, that's less easy. They're very dead now. Hello? Oh, the boots! Though never as famed as he would claim, the valiant explorer Fulvano was known as an eccentric who wished to see the world. Where possible, he traveled by foot, wishing to gain a local appreciation for the sights, sounds, and smells of the lands he passed through. In practice, however, Fulvano often claimed that his explorations proved only that the world outside of the Valian Republics was a foul-smelly place that paled in comparison to his homeland. This pair of boots is said to have belonged to Fulvano, and the initials burned into the leather would seem to bear that out. Fulvano was very particular about his boots, for they had to endure a great deal of use. They were constructed to be as hardy as there were. Wheat. Did something like bad luck to steal a dead man's pair of boots? Don't remember where I heard that, but I just remember hearing that. Still, +1 to Constitution. Ain't gonna turn down a good pair of boots. I will, however, move all of this. Like, so many daggers, man. I get it, daggers are cheap. Easy to conceal. All that fun shite. Man. Boots. Watch the full set be, like, cursed. Oh. Spider. Oh, damn. Okay, come on. Drop some sort of loot. Dang it. I say some sort of loot because there is stuff that they can drop that I apparently am... Oh, hello, dead person. Fine hunting bow. Ah, it's a general all-purpose hunting bow. Got it. Spare bedroll is laid out in this tent, but there's no other sign of kith. Stag. Meat. Oh, watch this stag be freaking dynamite. If I get offed by goddamn a random animal, I'm gonna get offed by a random animal. That dude. I'm sorry, what was my... Whoa. That thing did a lot of damage. But hey, it had a...
Yeah?
Had a hide. Another witch. Oh, jeez, a lot of witches. Oh, sickening. Thickened, which reduces a lot of stuff.
And that's how it's done.
Ow. Any of these witches have it? No, no loot. Don't mind me, just still looking around the place. I think that there'd be more like bandits or random animals. Oh, hi. Yeah, that's not concerning in the slightest. I don't know what you're talking about. Just Random racks. Stretching people of the past. Bones feel as hard as stone, yet surprisingly light. You pick up some of this stone. The bone. Oh, hello. Got a forest troll. Alright, dazed. Riddle about to break. So I've kind of been noticing here, Flames of Devotion. This does burn, actually, and gives endurance back. But I think the endurance only affects allies. Which, don't get me wrong, is fan-freaking-tastic still in the longer run. However, as the person that is currently engaged in combat is usually going to be Talos, that's a little bit of a problem. Come on. I don't know why I'm not just using the other conviction, but alright. Flame troll.
Sure.
Troll skin. Oh. That's a big one. And that one's also immune to stunning effect and whatnot. Oh, he's lumbering. Okay, consider though. Oh, that barely injured it. And that was a crit.
Most inconvenient.
Oh, stuck. Uh-huh. Yeah, that does suck. Burn, baby, burn. In the meantime, you also do the burn. Hey, I'm sorry, is that... Am I reading that correctly? Damage reduction to burning? Ow. Alright, if you could kindly continue to assault the dude. Heal yourself, buddy. Thank you. Attack him? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh. He's near death.
Like it hurt.
Thank you. Awakened wood. I love that for me. Oh, wow. Trees and shrubs have grown up around these ancient bones, shrouding this monument to Galawain beneath. Birds and stuff, their leaves. I'm going to assume that I just solved a problem for future me. Seriously though, like, clear dragon stuff. You go over to it, pick it up, feel like, ah yes, dragon stuff. I'm sure this would make fantastic weapons, armor, reagents for spells. Oh, missed this guy. Yeah, how much was that? 21 something. Unless there's something very particular around here. I think these meadows are done. I love how I keep on holding WASD, like that's what's controlling moving around my characters. It is not. It's just the camera. Alright, now where was the blacksmith? Went the wrong way. Alright, now the question is, do I rest and then try to meander around some more? Alright.
Gods keep you.
Found this shipment you were waiting for. Guatano reaches out, takes the crate, raising it effortlessly onto the counter. His face splits in a broad smile. Why, so you have. This is excellent news. We can finally get back to work and show you real black hammer quality. None of these flimsy little swords. Sweet. Here, I'll give you a taste. He ducks out behind the counter and raises with a heavy wooden shield in hand. Might not have as much in the way of materials to work with, but it's still black hammer craftsmanship. You go on and take that. Larder door. And here, some coin for your troubles too. Did you find anyone with the wagon? Bandits overtook the wagon. I doubt your people survived. Poor fools. I told them they ought to hire some guards instead of palming the extra coin. I'll have to hire on more hands. Don't suppose you want to settle in Gilded Vale, try some delivery work? He smiles thinly. You have my thanks for your assistance, friend. Give me some time to work the forge, and you'll have your pick of the next run of weapons. Whee! We got quite a bit of experience from that too. Oh, and 100 copper. And a magic item. Larder door. 16 deflection minus 8 accuracy grants bash. What is bash? It is bash. 8 to 12 crush damage, accuracy versus deflection. This shield appears to have once quite literally comprised the front of a larder. It still has a pole ring and metal crossbands reinforcing its surface, giving it considerable heft when swung at an opponent. Despite its humble origins, the Nixon gouges on the shield's surface suggest it has been more than a few battles in its time and proved a sturdy defense, though it leaves a harrowing prospect that there may be a larder somewhere lying undefended. Ah, that's fantastic. It's currently fine. Oh, wait, do I have the... Well, okay, I'm using fine Pollux, so I don't think I can find the Pollux some more, but yeah. I could take something and turn it fine. I wonder though. Alright. So this would raise my deflection, but reduce my accuracy. Oh, a secondary attack too. So I get 2 attacks with it. You know what? We'll give that a shot. It's hilarious to me, to the idea of bashing people in the face with a larder door, though. Oh, that's stealing. Nope. Ooh. I guess we don't actually steal anything unless we, like, actually go to take it from the thing. Okay, yours is also gold. Sorry to the 77,000 people who backed this on Kickstarter, but as badass and kick-ass and cool as your backstories might be for your characters, I don't want to read 77,000 additional things of text if I do not have to. Oh. Right. I think that's where the dude who had gotten the guy in the cave with the bear killed. Which honestly, if what they said is true about how, to simplify it, bad of a husband That there may have been. No, yep, no. Yep. Hello. There isn't it chilling back here? The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf. Oh. Sorry, I wasn't recognizing that it was hung. I thought it was like someone chilling out behind the wall and eavesdropping or something. Oops. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from the thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow about her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no otherworldly dimension. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her in a new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in milky fog. Her body still swaying in the wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in the misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, then. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I think I would have liked Caldara if she was, living. I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder.
What did you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing. nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties. You should see old Meerwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kanua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Just imagining Talos looking to the Black Meadow going, ah shit, another day hike. I think I survived a Beowick. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You said souls break apart over time?
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
I want to know more about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What happened to you? She laughs, a raspy, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
What's an animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us, the best? Inspirations, miracle workers. My parents were soul twins, miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other, turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
I had other questions.
Of course, dear.
Never mind, I don't think I do.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Eldara closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision for some unknown place of waiting. Ooh. Crucible of the Soul. Why do I got a feeling I could have done that way at the freaking start of all this? Crucible of the Soul. Once per rest, fast speed, 8 meters, drains 11.5 burn damage as endurance. The Watcher unravels the vital essence of his or her enemies, gaining endurance in the process. That's a pretty cool one. Paid.
17 and a half.
What? Yes? I should call it an episode before I talk to more people, otherwise I'll go for a freaking hour. Alright, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call an episode. When we return, we're gonna talk to Idira here, and hopefully... Actually, will you?
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
God damn it. Alright, call an episode. When we return, gonna have a conversation with Idira. Actually, wait, you know what? Already over 30. Screw it. What are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. Out of the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What's that about a dwarf?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What?
People hanging from the tree. 18 of them.
Yeah, okay.
Well, last I counted, anyway.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you a moment, his brow arched, his smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a radrick at first.
Hey. You know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Let's not use that word round here. Could be any number of radrick bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, radrick especially. They come to these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
Think you're gonna be hanged?
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
Why was the headman hanged? Got involved. Radrick sent men down here the other day, said they did on good authority someone in town was working with Kulsk, plotting Radrick's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says that it's him. He took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later, now for plotting against Radrick than in protecting me. The war? Saints' War. Only one in my lifetime. Fella's decided he's a living incarnation of Aothas. overthrows Red Ceres, marches on Deerwood. But we gave him a Deerwoodian hello. Oh, what now?
We blew him up.
I'm glad they had him read that. He smiles at this, but it is a smile of one recounting a joke for effort rather than enjoyment. Who's Eothas? Got a rebirth and redemption. Formally, anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. What does your town have against you?
Picked the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, and then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
You can see why I was so eager to leave. Who's Kolsk? Everyone got tired of all the hangings. He's in the run now. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. If you're to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Wadewin's legacy started with Wadewind. Good, travel together. Where are you headed? Someplace called Kainua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
That's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
All right then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
He tilts his head forward and gives you a pointed look. Let's get going. I got another person in the party. Dear, you are a fighter. Welcome to the front line. Ah, there is differing experience between the characters. Fun. Good might, good might and constitution. Perception and dexterity is a little eh. Intelligence is coming on par with half the party. Overwhelmingly good reputation within the Gilded Vale, though. 7 athletics, stealth, fight lore, worse mechanics. Saints wore armor. Oh wait, that's just the thing that I've got, doesn't it? Yeah. Constant recovery. He just heals in battle. Defender can be engaged by 2 more enemies, but with less deflection. Fighting Spirit. As a passive that gives him more accuracy and damage. Knockdown, pretty good sounding move. Second Wind. Yep. What are your talents? Rapid Recovery. Boosts the hardiness, increasing the rate of his constant recovery. That's pretty bitchin'. Weapon Focus Ruffian. Plus 6 accuracy with sabers, stilettos, clubs, pistols, and blunderbusses. Yeah, what do you even have on you? Oh, you got a saber. 15 to 22, with plus 20 damage. Where'd the plus 20% damage come from? Not even a fine saber, it's just a saber. Okay, yeah, no, that is an armor. Plus 3 damage reduction, pierce, grant second chance. Oh, I'm reading that. Revive with 30 endurance, once per rest. Oh, that's pretty bitchin'. That's actually really damn cool. I won't lie. Cool.
Hey there.
That's pretty bitchin'. We got another party member. That said, we've also got a small laundry list of things to do now, don't we? Most notably, well, since the shipment's complete, we can invade Raedric's hold, or go speak with Merwald. I'm gonna guess that the Merwald one is kind of, yeah, plot relevant. Let's see. Yep. We're gonna go ahead and save and call it episode for reals this time. And when we return, I kind of want to... do I want to take over the stronghold first? Well, try to take over the stronghold first, or do I go do the Watcher thing? Because the Watcher thing feels more plot related. We'll see. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I'm loving playing it. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.